Hi, I'm David from KMS Squared. Today we're going to be installing the UFO 550. Okay, the first step we need to do is we need to hook everything up and make sure that it's working and it was not damaged in shipping. And as you can see, it works just fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to just leave that sitting right there while we're prepping the press for the adhesive. And what that'll do is that'll get the light warmed up and it'll warm up the adhesive, and that will provide a better bond. So let's go ahead and get started with the preparation of the press. Okay, now the first thing we're going to want to do is, if your press is any colder than about 80 degrees, preferably between 80 and 100 degrees when you do the install. Again, this is for the adhesive to get a good bond. If it's cold, it's not going to bond very well. So you do want to take a hair dryer and warm up the metal of your press right around the area where the adhesive is going to be. So we've already done that, so the next step will be to go ahead and clean up here, and we're going to use a paper towel that is soaked in denatured alcohol, and we want to make sure that we use plenty of degreaser here, because if there's any oil on the surface, then it'll end up debonding, and you're not going to be happy. So make sure that you use plenty of denatured alcohol for this step. All right, so that's the initial cleaning to get the oil off. So now we want to take the abrasive pad and we want to clean that up here. And want to do that really good. I've already done that with this press, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of that. All right, so the next step is we want to get a new clean paper towel, soak this in denatured alcohol. This is not going to be the one that you used in the initial step. This will be a clean one because the first one will have some oil on the paper towel, and you don't want to just wipe the oil back on. So you want to go ahead and use a new one. Again, clean that up. You want to make sure that you do the same process back approximately 1 inch below the curve of this support right here, so right about here. You want to clean that up real good. And then use your alcohol wipe and do that just like you did with the underside of the tool head area. So you clean it with a one, and then scrape or use the abrasive pad, and then clean again. And then of course we'll let all that dry. Okay, everything's had time to dry, so now we can start the installation. So the first step we'll need to do is you take this wire mount, peel the backing, and that goes in the spot that we cleaned just a minute ago. And just stick that right there. So we'll take our LEDs that are still on, and they should be good and warmed up now. Okay, so we'll test fit, and these will fit perfectly around the tool head opening. Get our small zip tie. And what this will do is you put this in, and you don't want to tighten it up too much, just a little bit, so it'll support the weight and help you position it so you're not fighting it as you're installing it. So, okay. So we got that. So now we just need to peel off the protective backing off the adhesive. And this adhesive is a little tricky at times, so just be patient. Remember, this will fit perfectly around here, so you just have to get it right on the edges. Don't stick it down and don't push it in until you get it all good in position here. Some people will take their press off the bench and turn it upside down for this, but you can do a pretty darn good job without doing that, so that's really up to you. All right, I think that's pretty good. All right, now we just tighten down this the zip tie here in the back, and then trim it off. And it comes with 3 of these wire mounts, but you can decide where you want to put the other 2. But this one here in the back is very important that it go right there. So then we just took it up. Look at that.